Hey everybody, Sammy here at SFI Sports Cards back with another video. Today is September 3rd. And what is going on today? Well, since college football is kicking off this weekend, you can always go support your local teams because today is National Tailgating Day. I used to go tailgating quite often. From what I remember anyway, is there were a lot of shenanigans that went on that I probably cannot discuss on YouTube. So, there's an option for you guys today. Also, it is National Cinema Day, where you can head out to the theater for $3 and watch a movie. That's a pretty good deal. I usually stay home now and watch movies myself instead of going to the theater. But, well, actually, what you should do is go to your local theater and ask if they have any Sammy Thunder videos to watch, because my man hit 700 subscribers not long ago. See what I just did there? So today, we are doing a video response for our good friend celebrating his milestone, one of many he has hit, and I can assure you there are more to come. Sammy is one of the best channels out there. I watch all his videos, and I very much respect his knowledge of cards. Check out his series on buying cards on a budget. He gets some great pickups using this method. I also admire him. He really gets out there. He's going to shows, travels a bit, does his thing for the flea markets in his area. But the most redeeming quality he possesses, to me anyway, is that he has the most fantastic, most appealing, most glamorous first name. I think you would all agree. And I would have to grade it as a Gem Mint plus Emerald 11 first name. That's what I am calling it. Okay, so Sammy is graciously giving away 2 amazing cards to celebrate this 700 subscription milestone. I've checked them out, and I can say they're truly worth having in anyone's collection. It's a 1960 Jim Cott rookie card and a second-year Bob Gibson. So, truly amazing cards. So, to enter in, you need to show 10 cards, 1 hitter and 1 pitcher from the decades of the 80s, 70s, 60s, 50s, and pre-war. What an amazing idea. I wish I was that smart to come up with something like this, but, well, maybe in the near future I will. So I am sticking with the criteria of having cards be during the decade of the player's debut. I believe that's kind of how it was worded in some form or another. So I've eliminated cards like I have like Mantles and Whitey Fords and Koufaxes and Willie Mays. But because I didn't have them in the decade that that player debuted, I eliminated them, which I kind of liked because I get to put out cards that I wouldn't normally show. So let's get started here. Let's go pre-war first. I don't have the significant names that you might see, and these aren't really my favorite players, but I love these cards. So, first one, the hitter, pre-war, I am going with 1929 Cashin R316 Max Bishop. Now, Bishop played on some dominant athletics teams with, Mickey Cochran and Jimmy Fox, Al Simmons, Lefty Grove. He is third all-time in percentage of getting on base via the walk, behind Ted Williams and Barry Lamar Bonds. So I am sure you did not see this card coming. I love this card because it looks great, for a card that's almost 100 years old. But it smells musty, and it's like it's been sitting around in someone's attic for a century. So I wonder if SGC, if they grade on smell, because this would be a pristine 10 without a doubt. If you want to see more of this set in a more epic fashion, go check out Mangini's channel, and he's got a video on this cash-in set he posted recently. He's got more of the greats of that era, so check it out. Love this card. Next, on the pitching side, I've got a T205 Doc White. Look at the condition of this card. This card looks amazing for being over 100 years old. Check out the back here. This dude is so underrated. He was in the same rotation as the magnificent, and I truly do mean magnificent, Big Ed Walsh. But as far as Doc White, in 1968, Don Drysdale threw 6 straight shutouts. Whose record did he break? That's right, Doc White's record of 5 straight shutouts in 1904. He also had a sub-2 ERA 4 different times in his career. So he's often forgot about, but he was really one of the best in his day. So that's my pick. Pre-war pitcher Doc White, T205. Okay, next. Ooh, we got 50s hitters. Uh-oh. I just got this card not too long ago, a couple days ago. It is a 1958 Henry Aaron. One of his best cards. Well, I've been told from other collectors, they love this card. It's 58. I've got the yellow name version. Pretty awesome card. Great shape. I mean, what can you say about this man that hasn't already been said? So we're celebrating the number 700 in this video. So how can I not include Henry Aaron on this list? So there you go. Sticking with 1958, I've got a pitcher who people don't know too much about, but came on the scene in 1955 like a thunderbolt. I'm sure Sammy enjoys that reference, but I'm going with Herb Score. Score had probably the 2 greatest seasons to start a career. His Rookie of the Year led AL in strikeouts both his first year and second. He really was heading for Cooperstown, perhaps, but his career was shortened. He did not play up to the standards he set in his rookie and second year because he got hurt. Actually, his whole upbringing, he had some bad luck. He was hit by a truck early in age, broke both his legs. He also had rheumatic fever, had an emergency appendectomy, so he came over a lot overcame a lot, I should say, as a kid. So that's my choice for 1950s pitchers. Herb Score. Check out his stats, check out his cards. He was really something when he first came up. Okay, 60s. Let's see. Now this is a player I am growing more and more fond of over time, and that is Billy Williams. Sweet Swingin' Billy from Whistler. He was Rookie of the Year in 1961, two-time runner-up in MVP voting in 70 and 72. Just a professional all around. I love this card. 1961 rookie card. You know, I love it the more and more I look at this card. It's amazing. Just the colors in it. You know, it's a great one. So Williams, he makes it in as my 1960s hitter. Pitcher. I know this one will be a great choice in at least one person's eyes. I decided to go with the Dominican dandy, Juan Marichal. This guy was really a marvel. Talking about finishing what you started, he did it better than anyone in his day. He completed over half his games he started, 53%. So that's basically one complete game a week, saying you have 2 starts. So that's more than Koufax, that's more than Drysdale, more than Gaylord Perry, just a tad bit better than Bob Gibson. So, Sammy, this one's for you, Juan Marichal. He is my pitcher selection for the 60s. Okay, 70s. So many choices here as far as hitters are concerned. A lot of debuts in the 70s. But I went with someone that you don't see too often, even though he was a great Hall of Fame player. But this is someone that I admired and loved watching growing up, and that is Big Dave Winfield. This guy had all the weapons in his arsenal. He's fast, had a howitzer for an arm, Gold Glover, hit for average, hit for power. No one swung as hard as he did. I would love to see his exit velocity, what he was doing back in his day. Really an athlete that does not come around too often. I mean, he could have played professionally in several different sports, as he was drafted and professionally in several different sports. But I think he made the right decision. So my hitter, I'm going Dave Winfield. I love this image in this on this card. Okay, pitchers. Okay, this one was a tough one because I couldn't use Seaver or Ryan or Fergie or Gaylord Perry because they debuted in the 60s. But I really like this pick. Someone that you never see in the hobby, but was just as dominant as anyone. And that is J.R. Richard. This dude was a force on the mound. 6'8", about 230, huge fastball, had that 90-plus mile-an-hour slider, and that's back in the 70s. Led the league multiple times in Ks per 9, hits per 9. Struck out 300 batters twice in his career. Yeah, James Rodney Richard. He was really wild early on in his career, but he was just learning to harness that wildness when he had a stroke playing catch before a game. I believe it was 1980. And he never pitched again. He was 30 years old and was having his best season when it happened. And I believe Richard just passed away last year, and he was something else. He was definitely heading for, I don't know, maybe a plaque in Cooperstown. So that is my 1970s pitcher. Now to the 80s. Okay, you know what's coming. I've shown his rookie card plenty of times, so I'm going to go with his 1981 Kellogg's card instead. I had to go with Rickey Henderson. This card is just perfect as far as, like, look at that Oakland A's gear that he's wearing. For this card, it just looks amazing. I mean, he's a modern day legend. On the field and off the field and within the hobby. I like this back of this card. Tony the Tiger here. Pretty cool. But the front of this card is just crazy good. So, 1980s hitters, we're going to Rickey. Now, we end the video on an 80s pitcher. I really wanted to go Maddox here, but I wanted to end this video with just some straight filth. So I decided to go with Randall. Just, looking pissed off as always that his picture's even being taken. I don't know, this guy is he is amazing. He was the type of pitcher that you were out before you even stepped into the batter's box. 6'10", just knees and elbows coming at you. He'd be blowing smoke out of his nostrils and breathing fire on the mound, and mullet flapping in the wind. He'd gas you up and then throw that unhittable back foot slider, and batters would just twist themselves on the ground. Plus, he had probably the greatest nickname in professional sports, in my opinion, the Big Unit. I don't know if anybody else has chosen Randy Johnson for their 80s pitchers, but that's what I'm going with. So, there you have it. That's my pick, or picks, for Sammy Thunder's 700th subscriber video. I'm happy to do this for you, Sammy, and congratulations to you and whoever the winner might be. So, it's a long holiday weekend, so indulge yourself in some Sammy Thunder videos all weekend long. And check mine out too. Well, with that, I will say goodbye for now, and I will see you soon. Take care, everybody.